let's make a wreath. I am using black burlap. Okay. You can use any color burlap. I wish I had actual natural color burlap. I probably would have used that. But I had a bunch of black, so that's what I'm going to use. And I'm going to show you how you can do a simple wreath with some black burlap. Now, where's my top right here? So when you're using the vinyls, I'm going to show you how you use them. I'll brush this off because I did some burlap on there, so there's some fibers here. You just want to make sure your board's free of any debris or anything like that. The top of my wreath is right there. There's 2 holes. That's going to be our hanging holes. That's at the top. Now the vinyls are very easy to use. Like I said, you just want to make sure there's no debris on them. These are very sticky vinyls. We finally got it right. It's taken us a while to find the perfect substrate for the boards and for the UV light and the heat and all that stuff. It's been a challenge, I'm telling you. Yeah, the daisies did come with the set. So this says, "Welcome to our porch. Sit long, laugh often." What you do is you're gonna peel it right off. So they're all circular. This you'll just throw away. I guess I shouldn't have put burlap on yet. Okay, so this is my center right here. Okay, and I'm just going to eyeball this. So I kind of bend it like this in like a U shape. And being the crease, not the crease, but where it's bending is the center. And you're just going to place your vinyl just on the inside of the last row of holes. Now, until you actually smush it down, or it doesn't come, the adhesive is not active until you actually squeegee it down. Okay, that looks pretty good to me. Now you can use if you have a Mod Podge squeegee already, they work really well. But I just kind of go from the center and smooth it out with my hand first. Okay. And then you can either use the Mod Podge squeegee, which is great. So just start from the center and work your way out. I would not use like a debit or credit card or anything because it may scratch your center. But I also use these you can get from the Dollar Tree. These are the spatulas, the Betty Crocker spatulas, and they're only $1. And these are great for squeegees because they won't scratch it either. And they're rubber and they kind of bend. So you just squeegee it. And that's it. We're done. Your frame and your sign are now all one piece. Isn't that awesome? There we go. So what I'm going to do, I have 6-inch burlap. You can buy these at a lot of Hobby Lobby sells a lot of different colors. I don't know what other places, I can't remember. Sims Pottery, I think, sells burlap. There's quite a few. Just Google 6-inch burlap. The dollar store that we have here in Canada, Dollarama, they frequently sell rolls of burlap. I think it's $3 or $4 as well. So I'm just going to do a really simple burlap wreath because I just love the center and I want the center to be the star of the show. So what I'm doing is I have to tell you guys something else. This is the character board. We added more holes, guys. So before, the character board would be 3, 2, 3, 2, 3, 2. They're all 3 now. So you have the extra hole if you want to use it, okay? And we will be doing that too. We'll be adding more holes to the large board too, so you guys can stop drilling or burning holes with your wood burner. But anyways, so the new character boards, like I said, are coming with 3 holes all the way down, okay? You can use them. You don't have to use them, but they're there. Tonight I'm going to be using them. So this outside row, row 1, I'm going to be using 10-inch pieces. Right now, frayed burlap is really in. Like we're talking, you know, frayed burlap meaning, see how it's just, the edges are kind of frayed there? It gives it that more rustic look. So I'm going to show you guys how I did this. So what you're going to do is 10-inch pieces, and you're going to need 16 for row 1. Okay? Yeah, actually you guys think it's easy. It's not easy for us to put holes in because A, we have to be careful for the integrity of the board, okay? And B, with the molds, there's actually cooling lines in the mold, okay? And when the hot plastic gets injected in, water goes through the mold to cool the plastic down to solidify it. So we had to move some of the cooling lines to get the extra holes in. So it's not just as easy as just, you know, let's just throw in some holes. There's an actual whole science behind the whole thing of getting more holes. So, and making sure we don't, you know, we're not making the integrity of the board, you know, the strength of it any less or anything like that. So, yeah, Walmart has some, Joann's. There, you can find burlap, the 6-inch burlap, pretty much everywhere, okay? So we need 16 pieces of 10-inch burlap. So I'm going to get my Measure Buddy, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 more pieces I need of 10-inch. So I'm going to take my Measure Buddy, and I'm going to bring it, number 1, out to 10. Okay, so what did I say? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I need 7 more pieces. So I'm just going to cut it like this. It doesn't have to be precise, and we actually want fray. So don't worry about the fray. So we got 10. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So there's 7 pieces at 10 inches. Cut it off the roll. Yeah, it's not a new board, Amy. It just has, it's the character board with more holes. So row 1 has 16 holes now. So they're there if you need them, or if not, you don't have to use them. Okay, so I'm just cutting along the edge of my burlap. And this is our new Measure Buddy. It's just, you can cut from 8 inches to 20 inches with one piece, or with one tool. So there's no more cardboards and pieces of wood and stuff like that. All right. So we got 7 pieces. Now what I want to do is I'm going to take one of these pieces, and I'm going to take some of these strands of the burlap off. Now you don't have to do this. I just find it looks a little more rustic, and the frayed burlap is kind of in. Like, lots of people are using the frayed burlap. So you don't have to buy the expensive already frayed burlap. You can fray it yourself. Kind of messy though. So have your little dirt bag on standby near the end. All crafters should have one of these little hand things. All right. So now you're going to take your zip tie. We're going to put a zip tie just through one of the holes on row 1. And I'm going to scrunch it. Instead of going up the middle where I've frayed them, I'm just going up the middle. So I'm putting it lengthwise and going up the middle like this, putting it right on top of the board and doing the zip tie up. So this is a new, kind of new technique. Nobody's done this. I've not seen this. So you've seen it here first. Now, like I said, you can do this with regular burlap, any color, whatever you want. I had a lot of black left. So I like to have a little bit of the fray. And I'm just going up like this, put the middle, and zip it up. Just like that. So it's going to give it a larger look, larger size wreath look without using a ton of supplies. Are they on the site, Tina? I wasn't sure. I really haven't been paying attention. I've been so busy. Okay, we're just going to go right up the center. Yes, we love our Ivith. She is so fabulous. Fabulous person, fabulous talent. Just love her. I was so blessed to have met her and her son Matthew and Richard, her whole family. Because she's going to come to Niagara Falls one day, right, Ivith? You guys are going to come and visit? So these are just 10-inch pieces, just regular 6-inch burlap. I think you get 10 yards on a roll. And I'm just fraying the edge. What's the matter?
I was watching you
Oh, you're watching me?
for a minute.
I believe, when did they start sending out the new character boards? It was just this week, right?
I think so, yeah.
It's the new character boards are just new, so if you order them now, like, you'll get a new one.
Must get Amazon.
Pardon?
Amazon doesn't.
Amazon doesn't have them? They're the old ones? Amazon are the old ones. Normally I wouldn't use the outside hole anyways, but for this particular design, I am. And you don't have to use, like, if you have an old board, you can still do just the 8 around the outside and it'll look just fine as well. And I believe we have lots of zip ties on our website too. And what else do we have coming? We have lots of mesh and everything coming next week. We have the starter packs that everybody, a lot of people have taken advantage. Now the introductory price for the starter packs is finished. However, you still get a discount by buying the starter pack. So they're just the starter packs we wanted for beginners, so they could try each board and decide which ones they like and stuff like that. So the starter packs will be available on Amazon shortly as well. So I'm taking about 3 or 4 pieces of this burlap just to have the edges kind of raw. And I'm on my last piece. So 16 10-inch pieces were gone around the outside. Oh, they're on the website now? There you go, guys. Go get them. All right. You going already?
Yeah.
So you're going to cut your zip tie tails off.
Looks like you got a lot of new people on, so I don't want to interrupt too much.
Oh, okay. So this is actually a really, really easy wreath for beginners. And like I said, Hobby Lobby has really nice colors, and they usually have them, the burlap, 50% off, usually every other week.
I don't know if you noticed that Tanya's watching too.
Oh, is she watching? Hey, Ton, I didn't notice. All right. So now we are I'm going to preload, open row 2. So that's these 2 holes. And preload open is just putting the zip tie down and up the other hole, but I'm not closing it. And we are going to put ruffles of burlap in there. And I'm actually going to add a little bit of baby's breath. I'm not using any ribbon tonight. I'm not making a bow or anything like that. I'm keeping it simple and elegant looking, because this is the star of the show, the beautiful center here. I have to pack up my craft room. This is the last room I'm packing because, you know, I still have to craft even though I'm moving. That keeps me sane. Cream colored. I have 3 skids of mesh coming. I cannot remember. If you PM me, Sue, I can have a quick peek on the order list and let you know. It's a lot of fall colors and Christmas and stuff, so. Now I'm using 18-pound zip ties. I always use 18-pound, and 18-pound is just the width and the head of the zip tie. It's a lot thinner and not big and bulky like the, I have a whole 1,000 back here. Not like the 40-pound zip ties are really big and bulky. Maroon, I know we have burgundy. We have burgundy coming in. I've not heard of maroon. I'm just seeing if I could find a 40-pound zip tie. Of course I don't have one. Anyways, the 40-pound zip tie, the top, the head is it's really quite large. That's overkill, plus you pay more for them, so you don't need. Just get 18-pound, and I use anywhere between 6 and 8 inch length. I prefer 8 inch because that gives you a lot of room to work with your zip tie and the board, like a lot of space. But you can also use pipe cleaners. And I got a cool new other trick I'm going to show you guys, but I have to wait until after I move. Okay, we are going to be doing ruffles. We need, again, 14, this time I'm going to be doing 14-inch pieces instead of 10-inch. So the outside was 10-inch, so 16 10-inch pieces. And now we're going to do 16 14-inch pieces. Now I do have some cut already. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10. So I got 10 already, so I need 6 more pieces. So stick your measure buddy, pull it out to the 14 inch. So 14 inches is number 1 all the way out. And then if you pulled number 2 out, you can do 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. So that's why it's pretty handy to have, because you can do from 8 to 20 with just one tool. So it is really cool to have. Especially once we start making the gnomes with the yarn and everything. Okay, so we need 6 pieces. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, this is our new invention, the Measure Buddy. And it just eliminates all the different, because I was using cardboard and I had pieces of wood and I had a whole drawer of measuring things, which was crazy. And I said to Dave, you know, I got to come up with something better because there's definitely a need for it. So we actually, Dave and I both invented this together. All right. We are ready. Now, and then you just fold it all up. Your little clip is there to hold your ribbons and stuff, and then you can just stick it in your caddy. Yeah, the Measure Buddy is everybody loves the Measure Buddy. Anybody that's got one are raving about it. Okay, so I'm also going to I have this really cheapy baby's breath. I don't even remember where I bought it. I'm going to put little sprigs of it in amongst the burlap. I think it'll look so pretty. Like I said, I don't even know where I think I got it at Kellen Creations. You don't have to put anything. You don't have to put flowers. I'm just like, it's falling apart here. I just thought the little bit of pop of white would look really pretty. So, where are my wire cutters? Oh, there they are. Alright, so I'm just going to clip these off. I might just half them, we'll see. Okay, so you're going to take a piece of your 14 inch that you just did. Now you don't have to fray it for this one. Just this outside edge is what you'll see, so that's why I frayed that. So it just looks a little bit rustic or whatever. Now this row, we went from here to here to ruffle up, like this. This time we're going to go from here to here and ruffle it. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your Peter pointer and your thumb, and you're going to like make an accordion style fold all the way up the center to the end. So if you can see how it's folding there, and just scrunch. Now you don't want to do this on a tablecloth because your tablecloth will get bunched in with it, and you get this kind of bow kind of looking thing like this. What we're going to do is where I pinched it in the middle, I'm going to put it right over top of my zip tie, and I'm going to do it up. Now I'm not going to do it up super tight yet because I'm going to see if I can put maybe a little bit of flour in here. I don't know how it's going to look. It may look dumb. I think this might be too big. We'll see. Actually, it might look pretty. Okay, so then I'm gonna pull it with my needle nose pliers. Okay, just get cheapy ones. You can even buy needle nose pliers at Dollar Tree. Just pick up a pair. It just saves your fingers a little bit from pulling the zip tie. And as I'm pulling the zip tie, I'm making sure the head kind of goes towards the back here. So bring it towards the back and pull it as tight as you can. Okay. Oh, but I don't know if the flowers are going to work. No, they're not. Oh, maybe. Okay. I shouldn't give up so soon. So it makes a cute little ruffle. This burlap is a bit stiff. So once you pull it nice and tight, then you're going to snip off the zip tie tail. Okay? So there's one piece. And we're going to do this all the way around. This is just going to fall apart, I think. I think I'm just going to kibosh the flowers. And we'll just do it. Keep it simple. Now you can put a bow or you can put whatever. You can even put some ribbons in there. Ribbon tails. Where the heck's my zip ties go? Guys, I'm a complete mess today. I need to go to bed. Okay, let's do this again. Rewind. No flowers. Just keeping it black burlap with a beautiful center. So scrunch it up the middle. We're going to put the center of the burlap right in the middle of the zip tie. Get your pliers, pull the head towards the back of your ruffle and pull it tight. And then snip it off. Alright, and we're going to do that for all the way around. Now, you will not see the zip tie once we start putting other pieces of the burlap in. But you, like I said, you can add flowers in here. You can put some more ribbon, like ribbon tails. I'm a simple person. I love everything very simple, and it's going to look beautiful because you'll just see the center. My burlap is just, these pieces are 14 inches I've cut. It's just a 6 by 10 yard roll. And you can buy burlap tons of places. Just be careful. Some of them are, you'll see that some of them are 5 yard rolls. So make sure you check. Not that it makes a difference, but price-wise it might. This is the character board. So this is the board where you would put, you could mod, this is a vinyl. You can Mod Podge, so we have digital where you can print your own, or you can get paper prints from us and Mod Podge them, or you can get the actual vinyls, which is a big sticker, and they're like UV resistant and all this stuff. And you make your wreath sign and your frame all in one piece. So this one you can whip up really fast, especially if you're not adding anything extra. Just that Take Me Home Country Roads with that, with just plain burlap. Oh my God, that would be just so pretty with just a black and white check bow or something. That would be just so pretty. Because people, I have to tell you, you know, there's a lot of people out there that don't like all the bells and whistles and stuff like that, you know, and humongous wreaths. And there are people out there that like just basic, pretty, you know, not complicated stuff. I'm one of them. Yeah, Suzanne, I'm waiting for you to come pack it up for me. However, I heard the border's closed till now August 31st. Like, look how pretty this is. And it's big because we extended it with these pieces on row 1. So if you don't want it that big, you could do ruffles on row 1, just like we're doing on row 2. You can even do this same method. You can use shelf liner. I did a cross. Some of you guys might remember I did a cross with shelf liner, an ivory shelf liner, and it looks exactly the same as this. It kind of looks like burlap, and it's just ruffles. And I kept it simple and pretty. Well, I did pick out a ribbon. Where'd it go? I wasn't sure if I was going to put a bow on, but a really cute, just white and black gingham bow would be really, really cute. So this wreath will take 1.5 rolls of burlap, 6-inch burlap. The needle nose pliers, I use these to pull my zip ties to make them tight, and then I usually just use my wire cutters. It depends what wreath I'm making. Flower wreaths, I usually always use the zip tie gun. These kind of wreaths, it depends whatever's sitting beside me, but I want to make sure that these ruffles are really tight. And the way to make sure that they're really tight is for me to pull them tight with the needle nose pliers. That's the only reason. Yes, vinyl tablecloths. I've used everything. This method would be really nice if you don't even want anything in the center. With Rita Pruse from Irish Made Crafts. She has those modified Unique and Creek boards where the center is just the hole. So there's nothing in the middle. So just a simple burlap wreath. I know Mel from Mesh You Up Wreaths. She makes the burlap one. It's just beautiful. It's just simple burlap with a nice simple bow. Love it. Because these wreaths, these wreaths are really good for gift giving because, if they're not too fancy, they can hang these on in a bathroom, on a mirror. It doesn't have to be just for a door. When you get the big, huge Texas-sized wreaths, those are those ones are a door. You wouldn't want to put those really in your house and stuff like that. They're just way too big and boisterous. But something like very pretty like this could definitely be used for indoor decor, for sure. Oh, good, Donna. Yeah, you have to try the burlap from Mesh You Up Wreaths, the one that Mel does. It's so pretty. So this is really easy, right? Like anybody can make this. Not complicated. Almost done too. The row 1 I cut 10 inches, row 2 I cut 14 inches. And the reason I cut row 2 14 inches is I just wanted my ruffles full. And I wouldn't cut them any bigger than 14 inches because they're pretty bulky already at 14 inches. And this burlap is a bit stiff too, so. So I need somebody to do the Country Roads Take Me Home one with just regular natural burlap. I didn't have any, and I really wanted to do it. So what I'm doing, before I tighten it up, I just kind of make sure that the zip tie is in the middle of my ruffle. I'm pulling the zip tie towards the back this way, and then cut it off. Two more. Very easy, very pretty. And like I said, Hobby Lobby does have their burlap. They usually go on sale every other week. I think it's $5.99 a roll, and then you take 40% off. That's a pretty cheap wreath. So it's very inexpensive to make. Okay, one more. This is 10. Just cut it right here. So you need 1.5 rolls of mesh to make this, or of burlap to make this. So if you got 3 rolls of burlap, you can make 2 burlap wreaths. Now this would be pretty, maybe with a hanging, with one of my bow hangers. Maybe that's what I'll do. They are on the website, Catherine. So if you type in the search the word porch, this one will come up. All right, we're done. Now I'm just going to make sure all my ruffles are pulled out. We don't want them stuck underneath the outside ones. So this one works out to be 24 inches. Not bad for only 1.5 rolls of burlap. Now, if you're using black, they do sell black zip ties. So if you're concerned about that, you can buy black zip ties. I don't have any, but they do make them. You just pull all my ruffles. And what do you do if you're selling your wreaths, what do you put on the back of your wreaths? Anybody know? Anybody? Bueller? Anybody? Whoa! So your back of your wreath looks really pretty. There's no mess, no twist ties, no nothing to scratch your door. I'm going to vacuum up. Close your ears. Mrs. Carter's sticker, that's right. Because customers will come back to you for their next season wreath. Okay, now, do you guys think I need a bow, or should we just keep it simple? This is, there we go. I'm trying to so you guys can see it. The light kind of goes on there. Let me turn this off. So I could put a bow just on the bottom here if I wanted, Let's see how these flowers would have looked. So I can still... Yeah, that would have looked pretty too. Yeah, Bo? Cut some of these strings off. My ruffles are still. Now that's the nice thing about burlap. You don't have to worry about the fray because you want the fray with burlap. With burlap, you're usually wanting like a rustic look. Okay. Oh, pretty. This is pretty. I love it. Should I do a bow hanger or just a bow at the bottom? Or a bow at the side? God, this is pretty. This would have looked really nice with the natural burlap. A bow hanger. All right, let's do a bow hanger. Okay, so I'm going to get my easy bow. I think I'm just going to use just a simple gingham. And I usually, let's see, this is kind of wide, so let's see, 12 inches. So I'm going to cut the hanger part like 16 inches. Okay, so this is the actual piece that will be attached to the wreath to hang it from. Okay, light back on. Okay, and then I just put a zip tie around the bottom of it. That way I know this is my hanger. I'm tired. Does everybody have some really cool plans for this weekend? I know it's 4th of July for everybody in the States. Hopefully you have something fun planned. We all know I'm doing packing. Okay. And I'm just going to do 6-inch tails. So I cut my tail separately and put that on as well. Just like that. And now I'm going to make a bow. So I'm going to take my ribbon and I'm just going to do a small, maybe just 5-inch loop. And I don't have to twist with this ribbon because both sides are exactly the same. So this will be pretty easy to make. Actually, I'll make 4-inch loops. So 4-inch. 4-inch on this side. And then another 4-inch loop. And then another 4-inch. That's all I'm going to do. Okay, cut that. Take a zip tie. Oh, hi, Leah. Hi, my friend. Guys, Leah Cavender is on right now, and she is actually the inventor and the genius behind the Easy Bow Maker. And she's a wonderful personal friend of mine. She is amazing. So I'm just putting a zip tie in between my bow here. Now this is just how I came up with making a hanger bow. I'm sure there's much better ways, and I say that every time I do this, and I'm going to take another zip tie and go underneath this one and make a loop, because I don't really want to actually hang my wreath from my bow. It's just more for decoration, so I put a little loop zip tie. This is actually where it will hang from. And I'll dovetail my little ends here for my tails. There we go. And I like to put a little piece of ribbon around the middle. So I just cut a little piece and fold the edges over. And then I'm going to put it around the center of the bow here with my hot glue. I'll put a little bit of hot glue on here. I really need to get a new glue gun. My bad boy died, and I haven't got a new one yet, and I don't really like this one. The other glue gun I had was one of the fine tip. It had a fine tip on it, and I missed that. So I'm just wrapping a piece around the middle. It just kind of finishes up the bow nicely. Do you have any special plans, Leah, for this weekend? 4th of July? Now, you guys, people in the States, they go cuckoo, like with the cookouts and all kinds of stuff. Isn't there like huge celebrations usually over there? I know what this time of, because of the COVID and everything, lots of things are getting canceled, but there's my little hanger bow. Very simple to make. And I'm going to put it on to my wreath and we will be done. So flip your wreath over. Woo, look at all that. That's a lot of, let's just vacuum that puppy up. Yes, I'm vacuuming my wreath. I don't do a lot of burlap, it's so messy. But I do like using burlap for my horses. Alright, so now I'm just going to take a zip tie and go, this is the hanging hole right at the center here. I do have a piece of burlap here, but we're going to go down and up. Just close it so that it's a loop. Make sure the nice part of your bow is flipped over, so when you put this in and we flip the wreath over, you can see the good part. And you can pull this nice and tight and then pop it right in the hole. Snip this off. And then I like to just put a little bit of hot glue going across it just to keep it in place. Where my scissors go. Oh, y'all, I need to go to bed. I'm tired. All right. And there we go. Beautiful little hanger bow at the top. Look, oh my gosh, it's so adorable. So, let's see, pull it up. Watch your eyes and moving the camera. There we go. I know you can't really see it because of the glare. I will take pictures of it, guys, once I get it all spruced up. It's really hard to see, but it's really, really pretty. Really pretty. Very, very simple, and it's burlap. Isn't that pretty? With our little bow. And there you go. So, we got lots of vinyls. Ibis Witch, our Ibis Snowman, Ibis Scarecrow, Ibis Evil Queen, and then we got all kinds of new ones from Jana May. So, we got you covered. You just need to get your character boards. Yeah, not bad for being really super tired and just getting home. But I will, I'll primp it up, put it on my door. Actually, it'll look really good on my door, my new door, because it's burgundy. But isn't that really pretty? 1.5 rolls of burlap. That's all it took. Okay, guys.